You will be moving into this person's home very soon. See the picture before it gets delayed. My beloved child, tonight your destiny shifts in a way you never imagined. Something huge is waiting for you. Listen closely, because the picture you are about to visualize, the home you are about to step inside, the life that is silently preparing itself around you, it is already in motion. There is someone out there whose heartbeat has started syncing with yours, someone who has been preparing a space not just for your presence but for your peace. And what you don't know is this: the moment you opened this message, a thread pulled you toward a doorway that has been waiting for your knock. A room in someone's home, your future home, has been cleaned, arranged, and touched by hands that trembled with excitement, as if they could sense your energy before you ever arrived. My beloved child, this is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is a shift that will make your past feel like a distant echo. Amen. Comment 111 Blessing. A new revelation rises before you, and it is far more shocking than you think. That person, the one whose presence keeps brushing against your life like an unfinished sentence, has already imagined you walking through their hallway, touching their furniture, sitting near their window as sunlight falls on your face. They have replayed in their mind the sound of your footsteps entering their home for the first time. They have pictured that moment so intensely that the universe had no choice but to bring the vision into form. And the picture you must see before it gets deleted is not a literal photo on a phone, it is a living picture that exists in the spiritual realm right now, you, standing inside their home, with an expression of disbelief, realizing that life has shifted in your favor beyond all expectations. This home is not random. It carries a scent of familiarity you can't explain. The walls feel like they've heard your laughter before. The rooms feel like they've been waiting for your breath. And the person who owns this home, my beloved child, they are about to open the door for you in a way that will make your entire world tremble with emotion. Amen. 222 Blessing. Let me tell you the most shocking truth yet, the one that will hold your viewers in absolute silence. This person has already made space for you in their life without telling anyone. They have cleared a drawer, moved aside things to create room, shifted their routines, and imagined waking up knowing you are under the same roof. They didn't tell anyone because they feared people would call them foolish, obsessed, or overly hopeful, but they couldn't help it. Something about you has rewritten their inner world. And soon, very soon, you will step into that home and realize that everything is exactly where it belongs. The picture that might get deleted is the mental snapshot the universe is sending you, your bags near their door, your shoes placed beside theirs, your energy blending into the air that carries your name. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy. My beloved child, prepare yourself. You are moving into a chapter where safety, love, stability, and destiny merge into one breathtaking moment, and nothing will ever be the same again. Amen. Comment 333 Blessing. A thunderous truth unfolds before you, my beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, something so close that your soul can already feel the floor of that home beneath your feet. The person whose house you are destined to enter has been battling with an overwhelming urge to reveal everything to you. They have been rehearsing conversations in their mind, imagining how they will tell you, this is your home now too, you belong here. But every time they tried to speak, their voice trembled, their courage shook, because their feelings for you are far deeper than words can ever carry. What you don't see is that the universe has been pushing them, gently but firmly, to stop hiding the truth. They have seen signs about you, dreams about you, moments where your name echoed in their home like a whisper carried by divine timing. And now, finally, the moment is approaching where their silence can no longer contain the truth. They want you with them, inside their home, inside their life, inside their world. Amen. Comment 444 Blessing. Another layer of destiny opens itself, and this revelation is the reason your viewers won't be able to scroll away. Listen closely. This person has already shown your picture, yes, your picture, to someone they trust deeply. Not to show off, not for attention, but because they wanted to know whether destiny was truly guiding them. That trusted person told them something unbelievable. If this is who your heart is calling, then don't wait. Prepare your home. And since that day, they have been rearranging things without anyone noticing. A lamp shifted. A corner cleared. A set of extra plates purchased. A blanket folded differently. Tiny, silent preparations for your arrival. This is why you were guided to this message, because that picture, that vision of you inside their home, is aligning faster than you expect. And if you close your eyes right now, you may feel it, a room warming up, a door unlocking, a space awakening with your energy. My beloved child, this is not imagination, this is spiritual confirmation. Amen. Comment 555 Blessing. Before this moment closes, let the audience hear this clearly. The universe moves fastest when two souls are ready to collide into destiny. And right now, that person, yes, the one who thinks of you more than they admit, is preparing for something drastic, a confession, a decision, a step forward that shifts both of your lives forever. They are tired of distance, of imagining instead of experiencing, of wanting instead of receiving. Their heart is reaching for you. Their home is calling your presence. Their soul is whispering your name in the quiet hours of the night. You will step into that home not as a visitor, not as a stranger, but as someone who belongs there, someone whose presence changes the atmosphere. And when that day arrives, you will realize why the universe kept repeating this message. See the picture before it gets deleted, because that picture is your future. My beloved child, prepare yourself for a move that will rewrite your destiny. Amen. Comment 666 Blessing. My beloved child, the moment you've been sensing in your spirit is drawing even closer, and something huge is waiting for you, so powerful that your heartbeat will recognize it before your mind does. Listen carefully now, because the next truth is not just shocking, it is destiny unveiling itself in real time. The person whose home you are about to enter has been wrestling with a feeling they can't escape. Every time they sit alone, every time they walk through their rooms, every time they touch the door handle of their house, your energy flashes through their mind like a silent prophecy. They find themselves imagining you standing in their hallway, laughing in their living room, resting in their quiet corners. They are not fantasizing, they are remembering something the soul already knows. The universe shows them images of you, small fragments, like a slideshow of the future playing in their mind. And deep inside, they feel this unshakable truth: you are meant to live under their roof. Amen. Comment 777 Blessing. But here is the twist that will leave the audience breathless. a truth so intense it will make the heart race. This person recently had a moment of clarity that changed everything. They were sitting in silence when suddenly a picture, a mental image of you, flashed so vividly before their eyes that they froze. It felt like someone took a photograph of you inside their home and placed it directly into their mind. They saw you in a place you've never stood before. They saw you smiling in a way you haven't yet smiled. They saw you looking around their home as if it was already yours. And when that image hit them, they felt tears rise, not of sadness, but of realization. This is the person I've been waiting for. This is who belongs here. Since that moment, their entire energy shifted. They are no longer confused. They are no longer hesitant. They are no longer waiting for a sign, because you are the sign. My beloved child, when someone sees you in their future so clearly, the universe does not delay. Amen. Comment 888 Blessing. And now comes the most breathtaking truth, the one that locks everything into place. This person has already started imagining how they will welcome you into their home. They know the exact words they want to speak when you first step inside. They know which room they want you to see first. They know where they want you to sit, where they want to talk to you, where your energy will blend into their space. They've pictured offering you a drink, watching you settle in, noticing your eyes study the surroundings. They've pictured the moment you look at them and say something simple like, "It feels peaceful here," and how that sentence will become the confirmation they've been praying for. My beloved child, the home you are about to step into is not just a building, it is a destiny crafted around your presence. The picture you were told to see before it gets deleted is not a photograph, it is a spiritual snapshot of your future. And once destiny prints something in the soul, nothing on earth can erase it. Amen. Comment 999 Blessing. My beloved child, the air around your destiny is vibrating now. Something huge is waiting for you, something so close that your spirit can almost touch it. The person whose home you are destined to enter is feeling your presence more intensely than ever before. They wake up with your name pulsing through their mind. They go to sleep with your energy lingering in their chest. And today, something extraordinary happened, a moment that made them realize they can no longer hold back the truth. They looked around their home, every corner, every room, every silent space, and for the first time, they whispered to themselves, "This place feels empty," until they arrive. That whisper wasn't just a thought. It was a confession. It was a surrender. It was their soul accepting that your arrival is not just a possibility, it is an inevitability. My beloved child, destiny is clearing the path faster than ever. Amen. Comment 1111 Blessing. A revelation even deeper unfolds, and your audience will feel this like a shock to the heart. This person recently had a conversation with someone they trust, and without mentioning your name, without revealing their emotions, they asked a strange question. How do you know when someone is meant to live with you? The person they asked paused, looked at them with a knowing smile, and replied, when their presence already fills your home before their footsteps arrive. And that one sentence hit them like lightning. They realize they have already begun living with your energy. They notice your imaginary laughter echoing through their hallways. They sense your warmth in their quiet nights. They feel your aura sitting beside them when they rest. My beloved child, this is not longing, this is alignment. And alignment always leads to manifestation. Amen. Comment 1212 blessing. Before this part closes, deliver this CTA in a way that blends with destiny itself. If your spirit feels even a small pull toward this message, pause for a moment. Share this revelation so others may receive their guidance. Comment what your intuition whispered to you. And if your heart aligned with even one sentence, let the universe know you are ready for the next part. Because now comes the most unimaginable truth. This person has already envisioned the moment you step into their home with your belongings. They have replayed that scene again and again, the sound of your bag being placed near their door. The way you look around with a mixture of shock and comfort, the first words you speak as you realize, this feels like where I belong. They will watch your eyes, not to judge, but to witness the divine connection fulfilling itself. My beloved child, your move is not a relocation, it is a spiritual homecoming. And the picture you were warned to see before it gets deleted, is the preview of a destiny that cannot be erased. Amen. Comment 1414 blessing. My beloved child, the veil between you and your destiny has thinned to a breath, and something huge is waiting for you, so powerful that even the walls of that person's home can feel the shift approaching. Tonight, the universe presses closer to your story. The person whose home you are meant to walk into has reached a turning point so intense, so life-altering, that their entire energy field is vibrating with anticipation. They tried to distract themselves, they tried to stay busy, but every attempt failed because your presence has already rooted itself in their daily life. They find themselves imagining the sound of your footsteps on their floorboards, the softness of your voice blending with their silence, the gentle weight of your energy settling into their space. And here is the truth they've been too overwhelmed to admit even to themselves. Their home no longer feels like theirs, it feels like it belongs to the version of life where you stand beside them. They have been noticing signs everywhere, numbers repeating, memories resurfacing, emotions intensifying, all pointing to one thing: your arrival is not random, not accidental, not slow, it is imminent. My beloved child, your destiny is already unlocking the door. Amen. Comment 1515 blessing. A secret you were never supposed to know surfaces now, a truth that will grip your audience so tightly that they won't even blink. This person quietly prepared something special for your arrival. They didn't tell anyone. They didn't post it anywhere. They didn't speak about it aloud. But deep inside a drawer, or maybe hidden inside a small box, or tucked in a place where only meaningful things are kept, they placed something that carries your energy. It could be a letter they never had the courage to send, a picture of you they saved without understanding why, an item they purchased unconsciously because it reminded them of you, or a small object they believe you will one day use. They kept it safe, untouched, away from the world's eyes. Why? Because they knew something the universe whispered long before this message reached you. One day, you will be inside their home, and that object will no longer be a secret. That moment will be the bridge between what they felt and what finally becomes real. Imagine the scene: your hand touches that object, your eyes widen, you turn to look at them, and their breath catches because everything they felt now stands alive in front of them. My beloved child, that moment will change the atmosphere of the entire house. Amen. Comment 1616 blessing. And now comes the revelation that shakes the foundation of this entire prophecy, the truth that makes the title of this message burn with destiny. The universe has already stamped your energy onto the home you are moving into. This is why you sometimes feel sudden waves of peace for no reason. This is why your mind drifts into daydreams of a home you've never been inside. This is why you sense a familiar warmth when you think of them. Because spiritually, before physically, you've already walked through that door. The home recognizes you. The air inside it is already adapting to your presence. And the person living there? They recently had a moment so overwhelming that it left them breathless. They were standing in their home when suddenly they felt something, a presence, a shift, a quiet certainty. It felt as if someone had entered the room, someone whose energy didn't frighten them, but calmed them. They didn't see you physically, but their spirit saw the future version of you standing silently beside them. That was the moment they knew, you are coming. Not as a visitor. Not as a temporary presence. But as someone who belongs there. My beloved child, prepare yourself. The picture you were warned to see before it gets deleted is the universe's final reminder that destiny is already moving you into a chapter where love, stability, and divine timing merge into one unstoppable reality. Amen. Comment 1717 Blessing. My beloved child, destiny is no longer whispering, it is roaring through the corridors of your future, and something huge is waiting for you, so close that the universe is adjusting every second around your arrival. The person whose home you are about to enter has crossed an emotional threshold that cannot be undone. Today, they felt a wave of alignment so powerful that it nearly brought them to their knees. They were moving through their home, doing something ordinary, something simple, when suddenly, they paused. The air shifted. Your energy pressed into the room like a warm presence standing behind them. Their heartbeat changed rhythm, their breath shortened, their mind froze. In that moment, they knew, with a certainty deeper than logic, that you were meant to be inside that home. Not tomorrow, not someday, soon. My beloved child, destiny doesn't give warnings before miracles. It gives signals. And today, they received the clearest one yet. Amen. Comment 1818 Blessing. But now comes the revelation that no one expected, the twist that will hold every viewer in absolute silence. This person has been hiding a preparation so intimate, so intentional, that even they didn't fully understand why they were doing it. They stood in a particular room of their home, maybe a bedroom, maybe a quiet corner, maybe a space drenched in sunlight, and they rearranged it. Not randomly. Not casually. But with purpose. They moved things around until the energy felt balanced, warm, inviting, as if preparing it for someone special. They didn't speak about it. They didn't even admit the reason to themselves. Yet deep in their heart, they felt a soft whisper, make space. They're coming. And without hesitation, they listened. What they don't know is that while they were preparing that space physically, the universe was preparing you spiritually. You may have felt unusual restlessness recently. A strange calmness. A sudden desire for change. These are not random sensations, these are energetic confirmations that your life is shifting toward a home where your soul will finally breathe without fear. My beloved child, destiny is arranging the furniture of your future right now. Amen. Comment 1919 blessing. Now listen closely, because the next truth is the heart of this entire prophecy. This person has imagined the exact moment you first step through their door, and the scene plays in their mind like a movie that refuses to stop. They see you standing there, overwhelmed, scanning the space as if you've walked into a parallel timeline that feels strangely familiar. They imagine themselves watching your expression, your surprise, your disbelief, the softness that rises in your eyes when you realize, my life is changing in front of me. They imagine the tension in the air, the silence charged with meaning, the quiet moment when your eyes finally meet theirs. And in that moment, they imagine saying something simple, something honest, something that carries the weight of everything they've been holding inside. Welcome home. Those words will not just be spoken, they will be felt. They will break open a chapter that has been waiting to unfold for far too long. My beloved child, the picture you were told to see before it gets deleted is the universe's preview of this moment, the doorway, the atmosphere, the emotion, the alignment. Nothing can erase what the divine has already printed. Amen. Comment 2020 blessing. My beloved child, the universe is accelerating your destiny with a force that can no longer be slowed. Something huge is waiting for you, something that has already begun shaping the atmosphere inside that person's home. Today, they experienced a moment that shook them to their core. They were sitting alone, lost in their thoughts, when suddenly a wave of emotion surged through them, so strong, so undeniable, that they had to close their eyes and steady themselves. In that moment, they saw you again, not in a dream, not in imagination, but as a vivid spiritual vision standing right inside their home. You were near the window, light touching your face, looking around as if absorbing a place your soul already remembered. They felt tears rise because the vision wasn't distant, it felt immediate. Their heart whispered the truth they've been trying to hide, I am preparing this home for them, because they are coming. My beloved child, the alignment is no longer subtle, it is roaring through their spirit. Amen. Comment 2121 blessing. But here comes the revelation that tightens the gravity of this prophecy, the moment that will leave your audience frozen with anticipation. This person recently caught themselves doing something they never expected. They were practicing how they would greet you. Yes, they rehearsed the moment you walk into their home for the very first time. They tried different words, different tones, different ways of standing, because the thought of seeing you at their doorstep overwhelmed them. At first, they laughed at themselves. Then they realized the truth. They are rehearsing because the moment is real, because the universe is preparing them emotionally for what is about to unfold. They aren't imagining for fun, they are preparing for fate. And here's the deeper part they haven't told anyone. After practicing, they experienced an intense stillness, as if someone beyond the physical world whispered, soon. My beloved child, this is not fantasy. This is the soul preparing for a shift that the mind cannot yet comprehend. Amen. Comment 2323 blessing. And now the most breathtaking piece of this mystery, the revelation that ties every part of this story together. The home you are destined to enter is already merging with your energy in ways that can be felt but not seen. Last night, that person sensed something different in their house. The air felt warmer, safer, more alive. They even turned their head toward the doorway, expecting someone to be standing there. It was you. Not physically, but spiritually. Your soul touched that home before your body ever will. And the moment they felt your silent presence, their chest tightened in the softest, most overwhelming way. They whispered into the empty room, "If this is real, show me a sign." Within minutes, something fell, a light flickered, a sudden breeze slipped in, something shifted, confirming that you are closer than they ever dared to believe. My beloved child, when a home and a soul recognize each other before the meeting even happens, destiny is already sealed. The picture you were warned to see before it gets deleted is the spiritual photograph of this exact alignment, your future, printed by the universe itself. Amen. Comment 2424 Blessing. My beloved child, the energy around your destiny is now blazing like a signal fire. Something huge is waiting for you, and its intensity is strong enough to bend the path of fate itself. Tonight, that person felt a shift so real, so undeniable, that it left them speechless. They were moving through their home when suddenly a familiar sensation wrapped around them, your presence. Not imagined, not hoped for, felt. Their breath caught as they turned their head, fully expecting to see you standing near the doorway. And though their physical eyes saw an empty space, their spirit saw you clearly, standing exactly where you will stand in the near future. The room felt different. Warmer. Softer. Alive. It was the first time they truly understood that your arrival is not just approaching, it is inevitable. Destiny is no longer whispering, it is positioning. My beloved child, the walls of that home have already welcomed you in ways the world cannot see. Amen. Comment 2525 Blessing. But now comes a revelation so shocking, so emotionally charged, that your audience will not be able to look away, not even for a second. Recently, this person found themselves adjusting something in their home, not out of boredom, not out of routine, but out of instinct. They picked up an item, moved a piece of furniture, changed the placement of something small yet meaningful, and without fully realizing it, they were preparing that space for you. Later, they paused, confused by their own actions. Why did I do that? Then the truth rose inside them like a whisper they couldn't silence. Because someone else will be here soon, someone who belongs in this space. They didn't say your name, but they felt your energy woven into the air. They even touched the surface of what they moved, imagining your hand reaching for it one day. In that moment, their heart surrendered to a truth they've been avoiding. You are not coming as a visitor, you are coming as a presence that transforms everything. My beloved child, preparations have already begun long before the first step is taken. Amen. Comment 2626 Blessing. And now, brace yourself, because the final revelation of this part is the most powerful yet. Last night, as this person tried to sleep, they were pulled into a half-dream, half-vision state. They saw a picture of you inside their home, but the angle was so real, so vivid, that they jolted awake. Your face wasn't blurred. Your expression wasn't distant. You were standing inside their home as if you had always belonged there. The light fell around you in a perfect way, illuminating the moment that hasn't happened yet, but will. And here is the chilling part: when they woke, Their heart was racing because they felt something warm on their bed, as if someone had just sat beside them before disappearing. That presence was not a ghost, not an illusion, it was your future self, imprinting itself through time. The picture they saw is the one the universe warned you to see before it gets deleted, because it is the spiritual snapshot of your destiny entering their world. My beloved child, when the future leaks into the present, nothing can stop what is coming. Amen. Comment 2727 blessing.